All right, let's cut right to it. We're going to talk about that little S you see in a web address, HTTP versus HTTPS. This sounds super technical, I know, but trust me, understanding this one letter is one of the most important things you can know about staying safe online. Let's dive in. You've seen this, right? Of course you have. That not secure warning that pops up in your browser. That's not just a suggestion, That's your browser literally screaming at you, hey, be careful, your connection is totally exposed. And when I say exposed, I mean it. On a not secure site, your data is sent in what's called plain text. The best way to think about it, it's like you're mailing your passwords, your credit card info, your private DMs, all on the back of a postcard. Anyone who gets their hands on it can read every single word. So that brings us to the main event, the big showdown. HTTPS versus its tougher, smarter, more secure sibling, HTTPS. And believe me, this isn't just about one little letter. It is a world of difference. First up, in this corner, we have HTTP, the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is the OG language of the web. It's been around forever, it's simple, it's fast, but it's got one huge glaring weakness. Absolutely zero privacy. It's the postcard. And then there's HTTPS. See that S? That S is the entire game changer. It stands for secure. It takes everything about HTTP and wraps it up in this powerful, protective layer of encryption. It turns that postcard into a locked, armored briefcase. Okay, so let's break it down side by side. Encryption? HTTP has none. It's wide open. HTTPS? Yes, it's locked down tight with something called SSL/TLS. Data integrity? With HTTP, someone could mess with the data you're sending. With HTTPS, it's protected. And the browser signal? This is the big one for you, the user. HTTP gets that ugly, not secure warning. HTTPS gets that beautiful, reassuring little padlock. They even use different digital doorways or ports to keep everything straight. So, how does HTTPS pull off this magic trick? Well, it all starts with a cool process called a digital handshake. Think of it as a super fast, secret password exchange that happens behind the scenes to make sure everyone is who they say they are. Now, the tech that powers this whole thing is called SSL, or more accurately today, TLS. That's Transport Layer Security. This is the cryptographic engine that builds that secure tunnel for your data. You'll still hear people say SSL, but TLS is the new and improved, much stronger version that we all use now. And this handshake, it happens in less than a second. Here's how it goes. Your browser says, hey server, prove you're real. The server shows its ID card, which is its SSL certificate. Your browser then checks that ID with a trusted bouncer, a certificate authority, to make sure it's not a fake. Once everything checks out, they create a secret code that only the two of them know, and they use it to encrypt the rest of the conversation. Boom, handshake done, connection secure. Okay, so we get it, it's secure. But what does that really mean for you, for your website, for your business? Why should you actually care so much about this one little letter? It all comes down to three pillars of security. First, confidentiality. The encryption means nobody can spy on your stuff. Second, integrity. This ensures that nothing gets changed or messed with along the way. And third, authentication. This proves you're talking to the real deal, like the actual Amazon.com and not some scammer's fake site. These three things together, that's what creates real trust online. And the real-world payoffs are huge. That padlock, it builds instant trust with your users. Google actually rewards secure sites with a higher search ranking, so it's a massive SEO boost. Oh, and if you want to use any cool modern web features, like letting your site use a phone's location, well, HTTPS isn't optional, it's absolutely required. All right, let's flip this around. Let's talk about the dark side. What are the real dangers of sticking with old-school HTTP? This isn't just some theoretical risk, you guys. The threats are very, very real. The biggest, baddest threat out there is the man-in-the-middle attack. This is where a hacker literally sits between you and the website, listening to everything, stealing your data, or even injecting their own nasty code or ads into the page you're looking at. HTTPS is basically kryptonite to this kind of attack. It shuts it down cold. And that's not all. Attackers can strip away the security, tricking your browser back into an insecure connection. They can do something called cookie hijacking, which is like stealing the keys to your logged-in session. Even your own internet provider could inject ads onto pages if the connection isn't secured. It's a mess. So after all of that, what's the one thing you need to walk away with? What's the bottom line? It's really simple, and honestly, it should be a non-negotiable rule for everyone on the web today. Here it is, the one thing to burn into your brain. If your site's not secure, it's not serious. Period. In today's world, security is not an optional extra. It's the cost of entry. That little padlock is your badge of honor. It tells your users and the world that you respect their privacy and you take their safety seriously. Don't settle for anything less.